Palestinian. Sid sees his men and women behind him, torches lighting the night, drums beating, Udi flags waving, voices rising. This wasn't a scramble. This was an army. And the best part, more people kept joining. Hundreds. Yes, hundreds. If that shocks you, type hundreds in the comments. As they marched, enslaved people from neighboring plantations ran out to join them. Some brought machetes. Some brought tools. Some brought nothing but determination and righteous anger. But that was enough. Plantation owners panicked. Some jumped on horses and rode off like they had just remembered they left the stove on. Others hid. Some ran to contact the militia, but nothing prepared them for what they saw. A massive, organized rebellion marching straight toward the biggest city in the region. And here's the part history tries to hide. The rebels weren't chaotic. They weren't disorganized. They weren't wild. They marched in formation, literally like soldiers, because many of them came from African societies with military traditions. Some had fought in wars before being enslaved. Others had learned the land, the roots, and the weak points of the entire system. This wasn't madness. This was strategy, the snowball effect. As the group grew, the confidence grew too. People chanted, people sang, people cried. But the good kind of crying, the "we're finally doing this" kind. Imagine the adrenaline, imagine the fire, imagine the hope. Now here's your interactive moment. If you were there and saw 1,000 people marching for freedom, would you join? Drop "I'm marching." By the time the rebellion was in full stride, it stretched miles long. Torches lit the sky. The beat of the drums echoed across the river. The voice of the enslaved, suppressed for decades, finally roared. It was beautiful. It was terrifying. It was powerful. A movement too big to ignore. Charles Deslandes didn't start a fight. He started a movement. In just a few hours, he transformed a quiet region into a battlefield of liberation. Plantations were struck. Overseers were overpowered. People claimed weapons and horses. Every step they took was a step toward New Orleans, a city that symbolized the heart of the slave-holding power in the region. And here's the part that gives chills. If they made it there, if they seized the city, if they took control, the entire history of the United States could have changed. Radically. But before we go there, tell me in the comments, what would you name this rebel army? Because whatever you call them, there's one thing everyone agrees on. January 8th, 1811 wasn't just a spark. It was the moment the fire finally caught the world's attention.